Hello. One of the most asked questions in respect to growing early potatoes is when should I harvest my early potatoes? How long does it take to grow early potatoes? Now this can be expressed in months, weeks, days. Is it 70 days, 80 days, 90 days, 100 days, 120 days? How long until I can harvest my early potatoes? Well, I'm hoping to show you a couple of tricks here that might enable you to get them that much sooner and give you some advice on things to look for that are good indicators that your potatoes are either ready or not ready to be harvested. This is a potato called Jazzy. It's a store-bought set-aside potato and it's growing in a 3-inch soil ball. These are the roots and these are the shoots. We've got top growth and we've got roots. So we've actually got a potato plant growing in a 3-inch soil ball that I've just taken from a 3-inch pot. Now I can already hear you saying you're not going to get many potatoes in that small 3-inch soil ball, and you're absolutely right. This is just the start. Now this can be done early in the year when it's too cool to do anything outdoors, and rather than just sit your seed potatoes on a windowsill waiting for them to chit up and then planting them, you may want to plant them in small 3-inch pots like I've done to jumpstart your season, to get a quick start. Okay, now let me show you what we do next with this small potato plant. This is what we do next. This is a 10-inch bucket. There's 2 inches of soil in the bottom of this 10-inch bucket, and we've sat this potato plant on that soil. We're now going to fill this bucket with soil. But to protect this potato plant, to protect the foliage that's now growing, we're going to put a small plant pot over that upside down, and we're going to bury it within this bucket so it protects this foliage. We're then going to put our hand down through the soil and retrieve the plant pot by jiggling it out of the bucket so that the soil falls in nice and gently around that plant and doesn't damage any of this top growth. Okay, now what I would say is this pot, if it is too cold outdoors, can be stood indoors. If you have a shed or a garage or a porch, that's fine. You may want to stand it in a greenhouse or a polytunnel if you've got that. That should give you a degree of cold weather protection and certainly frost protection. This needn't really be outdoors until this breaks the surface, and that's going to be several weeks away. Okay. "70 days later, this is what I had. That small potato plant had grew into a potato plant, and that potato plant had died. This potato plant is 70 days old, and as you can see, it is yellow from top to bottom. There is no point in leaving this potato plant in this pot any longer. 70 days is very, very quick. But this potato grew quickly because we got a good start producing that small potato plant, and this pot has stood in a greenhouse quite some time. So this plant has been grown under glass for most of its life. But there's no point in leaving it any longer. We need to harvest this potato from this bucket. Just by contrast, this is a potato in a bucket called Charlotte. Charlotte has got some flowers on it and lovely healthy green foliage. This is Jazzy sandwiched in the middle, and on the end in this pot we've got Winston, more lovely green foliage. Now then, if you wanted to harvest these 2 potatoes, you could certainly do that. and there would be potatoes on them. But because these plants look healthy and vigorous and they're still growing, I would be reluctant to do that. But if you chose to do that, you could do that. You can harvest potatoes from early potato plants when the foliage still looks bright and vibrant and is still growing. You can do that. The problem with that is you'll probably get small potatoes, and these potatoes could become bigger potatoes if you leave the potatoes in the pots a bit longer. But one thing you can do is you can actually line your buckets with shopping bags and harvest potatoes from these two potatoes without actually disturbing the root ball. You can take potatoes from the root ball and then put the plant back in the bucket to grow on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 links in the text below this video that will show me doing that. That will show me harvesting potatoes from shopping bags. That's something you might want to do, and if you haven't seen this video, you might want to watch that video, and I'll show you how to harvest potatoes from potatoes grown in shopping bags. The other video that I'm going to put a link to is me actually harvesting the potatoes from Jazzy. So you may want to watch those at some stage after you've watched this video. These are the potatoes that come from Jazzy. As you can see, there are quite a few of them. They're not very big, but we didn't expect them to be very big. They've only been on the potato plant 70 days, and had it not died, these guys would have all got bigger. But it had died. The yellowing leaves showed us that, and so we harvested the potatoes. Now if your potatoes get yellow leaves on them, at the bottom of the plant, that's perfectly normal. The plant's starting to die off, and you may want to harvest your potatoes then. If your potatoes have got yellow leaves at the top but none at the bottom, that's probably an indication there's a soil deficiency, but there's nothing you can do about that. You are where you are, and you may as well let that plant grow until you decide to harvest it. You're not going to be able to do much about that. But this potato, as you've seen earlier, was finished, so it had to be harvested, and this is what we got. Now, what better way to finish a potato video than a reveal, a weigh-in, and a nice cup of tea? There isn't a better way, is there? There is no better way to finish a potato growing video than to have a reveal, a weigh-in, and a nice cup of tea. So on that note, we'll say goodbye. This is Homegrown Veg signing out, but we will remind you there are 2 videos that you can now watch. There are links in the text below. One will show you me harvesting these potatoes from the pots, and one will show you how to grow potatoes in shopping bags for an extended harvest. This is Homegrown Veg signing out.